Oh. Oops. Make sure everything looks nice. Okay, everything should be good to go. Yeah, play the game. Oh. Just woke up not that long ago, so might be looking a little rough. Well, they don't have Cohen anymore. What happened to Cohen? Still got Robinson. Huh. Let's get
opening drive of the game, and the football belongs to the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go.
Eddie Jackson, Kyle Fuller.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself a give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
It seems just lagging a lot. Yeah, let me go check something. What are you looking at? Am I dropping anything or not? Just give me a second. Sorry about this. No, it doesn't say I'm dropping any frames. Okay, that's weird. Yeah. Let's get back into this then.
That means your offense has to keep pace.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target.
I feel like something's wrong with the interception thing.
It's always a battle.
I feel like I should have done a lot more
interceptions. Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here.
Job's going pretty well.
Long way to go, but you're right. That's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I don't know how to fix it.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throw on 2nd and 6.
Oh, he got that.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. And now it's 3rd down. On third down, it's Prescott.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's when the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop.
I guess that's what that play does.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Prescott. He's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Those bad teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here?
That was disappointing. It's a good drive.
Holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge.
Fourth down stop, goal line stop. There we go.
A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. That is inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. First half of action nearly complete. Time maybe for one final drive before the break as we get back down to the field. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They try to set up the bubble here. It's complete.
Oh my God.
Now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field.
3
While the training staff takes a peek,
my.
We'll take a break. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good.
My team keeps saying this. It looks like it's lagging. I guess it could be from my
3 for 4
perspective.
thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Going right side, he has Witten. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Let's go.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Running with Elliott.
There we go.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches,
come on, Cooper.
You just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak.
Khalil Mack's rushing hard.
That means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And this time he's got the hook up.
I couldn't get the cutout.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I mean, field goal range.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an
surprised that wasn't
the
a pick.
game
I thought that would have been a pick.
where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively,
two guys
it's
on
unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Bengals are 9-3.
2 first-half touchdowns.
Was not expecting that.
This offense has been clicking pretty good here in the first half. They've got the lead. They're looking for more with the ball in the red zone. Looking to throw. Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended
thought Cooper
target,
could
but it'll be
get
second
that.
down.
It's fine, though.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Of course, the door for Marr was open
Check
after a little bit of a...
As my streams, it says it's fine, but it's not looking too well. Let's do that. Trying to recheck something. Oh, yeah, I'm not. Damn it. I mean, I know the streaming software. Because my stream isn't connecting to my streaming software isn't connecting to my chat. So if someone does talk, I can't see it at all. It's really annoying. Okay. I guess I have to do this. So maybe I can do something with this. Maybe this. I do this, then I can do this. Yeah, let's try this out. This might work. That way I can see all my activities and so I put my chat out, so maybe I can see if something.
So the situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
If you can send a chat so I can know if it's working or not, that'd be really helpful.
On the left side, he's got Witten.
So they can
Catch
test
number
something.
40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I'm not sure if it's working or not. Well, this thing is linked to Twitch.
Okay, now the field goal unit out on the field as they look to extend this third quarter lead. Marr able to put this one through. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 20.
Who's going on? Who's doing all this big running yards?
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. They're going on fourth down. It's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he bats it away, and it falls down. A lot of points put on the board so far by this offense. Now they're looking for more. Already winning here in the second half, ball in the red zone. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere.
Over 200 yards? Damn.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way in. Fourth quarter, it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Over 500 yards.
Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Interesting.
I should go for it. I don't lose anything if I do.
They'll run it with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's first and goal after they rip it.
I may need to upgrade my difficulty, because if I go undefeated, I'll just go to all Madden or whatever it's called in this game. Hey, how long is Cowboy for? Oh, guess won't know. I think I'll play to the playoffs for this week and then get off. Slow him down. Oh, I could probably do that. Have a good offensive line. Just slow him down. Let's do these contracts. Bonus could be better. Wait, don't I have cap space off? Oh shit, I don't have cap space on. Let's do this. I thought I had cap space off, but I guess I have it on. Whoops. I was doing free safety, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kicking this fine. Corner bag.
Opening drive of the game, and the football belongs to the Dallas Cowboys.
Still have
Here we go.
That's good. It was after that one game.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
thought I
And that'll set him back 5. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. After the penalty, it's Elliott.
doesn't matter anyway.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the 39, Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him. Meanwhile,
on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not? This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal. Time to jump back in. This defense, they're in a little bit of dire straits here as they'll come out and see what they can do facing a 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slapped happy up here sometimes. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here at Arlington. Goff now looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They still have a 2-minute warning because it's something.
Just over 90 seconds to go in the first half. The offense with a football, but they have it in their own territory. Here's Prescott. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack on first down, Prescott, he finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott down.
Oh, my God.
Inside the 15. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
That was a good look.
Time to jump back in. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
I'm going to lose this game.
A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. Here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Ram first. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense hit. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, L.A.
That's probably good.
Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown.
Guess I won't move up. Oh, yeah, so quickly.
So here's the situation. The football in the red zone for the offense. 2nd down and 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Game's not over yet.
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. Here's Prescott, and that is incomplete. The Cowboys here. Things are not looking good for this offense. 3-score game in the 4th. They need points quickly. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Damn this.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Have a good onside kick.
It's a 2-score game in the fourth quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs a football. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And after a rough... Now this offense definitely needs points here to get back in this football game. They can start to chip away right now. Prescott looks to throw on first. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They look to throw.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A gain of 32 that time. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
He's going to let it fly. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt.
Didn't stay undefeated. Oh well. Yeah. Neutralize them. I can do that. Hopefully I can do that. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, check something real quick. Can I check my board? Yeah, I'll go to a tight end. Oops. Now there's no way to double check the sound. It's annoying. Let's play this game though.
On the count. Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Wentz going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play?
There we go.
Third down throw,
Touchdown
but misses
saving.
the target,
Hit.
incomplete.
I don't need a touchdown.
Not quite a first and goal, but still a red zone alert nonetheless as we jump back into the action. First and 10, just outside of the 10-yard line. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Get this?
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on?
What's the wind like?
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Trying to run forward with Pollard. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard. Definitely short. It'll be here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
I don't know what's going on with my team.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Throwing now is Wentz. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards there. Potential trouble looming for this defense. They'll need to stiffen here. As shotgun now for Wentz. His pass caught with the 4.
Come on.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. We have a developing situation here. Following the interception, a golden chance for points as the offense is back out there with a first and goal to go. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? To keep running it.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Wentz now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Jalen Smith.
There we go. Red zone turn.
We've got an offense on the move, a red zone alert as we take you back into it with a 1st and 10 down at about the 12-yard line. Here's Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red
First down.
Well,
First down.
the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
There we go.
It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. Second touchdown.
Here we go.
Amari Cooper.
The margin for error for this defense is slim because a field goal would change the complexion of this game. Can they get the stop they need? Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the ball is knocked out.
What was that guy doing? He just ran past the ball. Like, what the hell?
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Oh, this is a pretty close one. It's not over yet.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing here, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. 2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Okay, now it's good.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
Oh.
And he's across for the touchdown. In the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Yes, it could come back now.
This defense hoping to preserve that 1-score, 8-point lead here. See if they can do it. The ball on the offensive side of the field. Back to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. This complete left side to Aguilar. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. One final try now for Wentz.
Why was he kind of run that?
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
Second half comeback. Yeah, right against him. Alright, last game, then gonna get him off. I think I had to sign. Oh. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna sign. He's 55 overall. I'm not gonna sign him. I'll just scout a QB. If not, if I don't get a QB, then I'm kind of screwed. Do a cornerback. Oh, that's a good one. Fits my scheme too. That's a good one too. I'm not finding a lot of diamonds in the rough. Alright, let's play this game.
Welcome in. Second drive of the game, first for this offense, and they have it in a tough spot, backed up toward their own goal line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Now Prescott. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And just to put everyone... And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
This is the last game of the season.
We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. First down, here's the run with Peterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Last game of the season, too.
From the gun, here's Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are
really good. I think Hoskins will be a good QB if he starts.
Time to hop in as this defense will need to make a red zone stop, starting with his 2nd and 4. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. So we've come upon halftime. You want the third? So a big 3rd down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the 3rd quarter. Now Smith, and that's knocked away and incomplete. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter? Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter? And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd.
This defense trying to protect their lead here late, but a touchdown and a 2-point conversion could tie it as we've got a red zone situation forthcoming. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw to Thompson on the screen. Open space inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson. All right, time winding down. This is going to be a huge drive. Let's see what the offense can do back out onto the field. Here's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard.
Unlucky.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They give it here to Thompson. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and 2, Smith. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
3 timeouts. No fumbles.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get around this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big.
I'm trying to put the same play.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tyrone Crawford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On 3rd down, it's Thompson. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Austin. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. Prescott.
Oh, what was that pass
incomplete. 1 second left to go. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's...
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime.
Going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 15 yards on the play, first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
From the 44, Prescott, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes,
and now look at this big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. Throwing again is Smith. Got a man, that's Quinn. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down. A lot on the line in this situation. In overtime, third down. Can the defense get the stop? Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining. Time to get back into this one here in overtime. A red zone alert. And a touchdown means game over. On second down, it's Thompson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now it's Smith. And that will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they get their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. But we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking.
Zeke got hurt, and then two fumbles just killed me. Alright, well, I'm gonna end this here today. Thank you for all who's watching, and I guess we'll finish this season next time. Alright, take care.